Thank you, Tony,
Mhm.
and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this webinar on Sbdc Digital Marketing Training Series. My name is Brian Young. I am a business advisor with the York College Sbdc. This is part 5 of our 6-part series. And the next part 6 will be held next Thursday, August 26th. This training series is presented by the New York Sbdc at York College in collaboration with the York College Department of Business and Economics. Today, you will hear from our presenter about the most underutilized ways you can market your business on Facebook. If you have any question, type it into your question box on the control panel, or if you have a working microphone, or if you dial in, raise your hand by clicking on the hand icon on your control panel, and we can unmute you. And tonight's program will be recorded, and then it will be available on our YouTube channel, Sbdc YouTube channel. So I'm hoping that you will come away from this webinar ready to get started with the most underutilized ways you can market your business on Facebook. And our presenter tonight is Tony Coleman Brown. Ms. Brown has an impressive track record of working with Queens business owners. And she has a lot of experience in working with women, minority businesses in capacity building, so on. So welcome, Tony.
All right, thank you. I have my windows open, so if you hear a lot of noise, people passing in the background, it's just New York City, right? So that's what happens from time to time. I want to say welcome to everyone. Welcome, Leona, Marsha. Hi, Marsha. It's good to see you here. Haven't seen you in a long time. Hi, Harry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you guys here tonight.
Hello.
Hello. It's good to have you here. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to be talking tonight about one of, my favorite platforms. And I have to tell you guys that, everybody knows, well, most people know how much I have like this love-hate relationship with Facebook. I love it on some days and I hate it on other days. I've heard from a lot of people who said that they've had quite a bit of issues with Facebook lately with regards to accounts and things like that. Some people have been having accounts disabled, and some people have been having advertising accounts disabled, and all kinds of things going on the platform. I just want to let you guys know that, yeah, there is a lot going on Facebook these days. Facebook has come under a lot of pressure as it relates to the content that's being shared on the platform. And that's probably one of the main reasons why many of you have received some of those, account bans and things like that. And they have a lot of AI, automated, artificial intelligence now going through a lot of the accounts. And so I just want to even just say before we really get into the thick of it, that you guys should be really careful with some of the things that you promote on Facebook. Make sure that you read the terms of service and that you are abiding by the rules, and just be careful, because they have a lot of bots going through content. And if they find, keywords, trigger words, and things like that, you may find yourself in trouble. So just be careful on the platform. All right, so tonight, the agenda is really short. I'm just gonna go over some Facebook stats, and then I'm gonna jump right into a lot of the tools that Facebook has that a lot of us may or may not be aware of. But once you really learn how to use these tools, you will find that they will really help you grow your business on the platform. So who am I? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Toni Coleman Brown. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an author, coach, and friend. And also I'm a master trainer. I like to train on lead generation, digital marketing, all things digital marketing. And I've trained thousands of people, hosted a ton of training events. So I'm really in my zone here tonight. And I always like to talk about my why. And you know, they say if your why don't make you cry, it's not strong enough. But so my why are my two daughters. They're the reason why I do everything that I do. And I'm so proud of them. One is going to be graduating from high school this year. This one is going to be graduating from college next year. She's actually, she has her associate's degree and she's going to be getting her bachelor's degree from your college. So really excited about that as she starts her fall semester. She was excited. So let's just get into, you know, the Facebook stats. I don't know if you guys know this. I remember when Facebook was, you know, doing its rush to 1 billion users, but now Facebook has 2.8 billion monthly users, guys. Think about that. I mean, there are about 7 billion people on the planet. Facebook has, you know, I guess you would say almost like a third, maybe a little bit more than a third of the people on the planet are on Facebook. So that's really huge. And that's 2.8 billion monthly users, but 1.8 billion daily users. That's like almost 2 billion people on the platform each and every day. And by far, it is the leading social media platform from all of the other platforms that exist out there, from Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, all of the other platforms, Snapchat. Facebook is by far the giant. There are 200 million small businesses that use Facebook tools. And so tonight it's really appropriate to talk about a lot of the tools that are available that many of you may know about, may not know about, may use and may not use, or may not be using it effectively. And we're going to go into that. You know, basically 63% of the US population uses Facebook, and 98%. And this is important for you guys to know. 98% of the people that use Facebook are using it on their phone. Now, why is that important? It's important because you have to know that as you're developing your content strategy, you want to keep this in mind because people are strolling. They're strolling on their phones. And you want to keep this in mind because you want to be an interrupter of that scroll while they're scrolling through all of the different posts. You know, you want to keep that in mind as you're developing a posting strategy, even for the platform. And most users spend about 20 hours a month. So if you think about it in terms of 30 days in a month, it's about like a little bit more than a half hour a day is spent on the platform. So 78% of American consumers said they discovered a product on Facebook. Now that's key, and that's really important for you guys to know as entrepreneurs. You know, when you're out there promoting your businesses, you want to be where people are. And most people are on Facebook, especially if you're looking for US consumers. They're on Facebook. And it's a great way for you to get your product discovered. One of the reasons why I love the platform so much is because of the fact that, you know, you not only can, you know, target people based upon, you know, their gender, where they live, and, you know, like the basic things that people used to target people from in the past. Like, I remember when I used to work back for Doubleday back in the day, we used to target people based upon, you know, gender, based upon some of the things that they like. But Facebook has like really deep psychographics about people. As a matter of fact, Facebook knows more about you probably than you know about yourself, because of the data and the tracking They know what you like on a deep, deep level. So what types of businesses do well on Facebook? All types of businesses. Just like on Instagram, whether you have a restaurant, you're a hairstylist, you're a beauty brand, you're a product or clothing brand, you're a thought leader, or even if you provide a service, you know, podcaster, car dealerships, everybody does well or can do well on this particular platform. So let's really get right down into this. And I want to talk about these different tools and the strategies that you can use to really grow your business on the platform. Now, this strategy really, and this tool, in my opinion, has always been one of the most underutilized tools on the platform. And it's the call to action button. Now, I mean, when I was taking a picture of this, you know, I was logged into my account. So it says edit, you know, follow, or you can change what this call to action button actually says, right? So here's the thing. One of the things that you can do is you can actually change your timeline cover on a regular basis. And when you change your timeline cover, one of the things you should know about that is every time you change your timeline cover, it goes into your feed. And for some reason, Facebook views the changing of a timeline cover to be a major thing. And every time you change it and it goes into your timeline, for some strange reason, Facebook shows it to everybody. It's almost like, you know, they feel like this timeline is really important space on your page. And they view it almost like you know, the front of your house. And you know how around every season, people will, you know, change the yard or change the decoration in the front of their house. When it's Halloween, they put Halloween decorations. When it's Thanksgiving decorations. When it's Christmas lights. So, you know, and this is for, you know, everybody to see. And Facebook kind of views the timeline cover as the exact same way. When you change it, they feel like that's a big deal. So they should let people in your audience know that you've changed your timeline cover. So it shows up in the timeline, meaning the news feed, and it also reaches more people. So as a small business owner, you should really view your timeline cover here the exact same way people view their front lawn and how they change it every season. You should change it every time something is happening in your business. So you can look at this timeline cover almost like your billboard, but almost like your major PR piece. So if you have a sale going on, if you're opening up membership, if you have an event that's happening, you should change your timeline cover and change your call to action button to go along with it. So you can click on this button and you can click edit button and you can change it. And the thing is that there are 16 different options, 16 different call to action buttons that you can have to coincide with your timeline cover, right? So you can follow, so people can follow your page. If you're offering a gift card, you can have people view the gift card. If people want to order food, you can click, have a button so they can start their order and send them directly to where they can order food. If they want to book your services, if you're a coach, and you want them to book an appointment with you, you can have a timeline cover that speaks to that and tell them to book now. You can tell them to call now if you really need them to call you. You can tell them to contact you or send you a message, a direct message on Messenger. They can send you a message on WhatsApp. And that's really good if you're dealing with people all around the world. And if you want people to send an email, you can have it set up so that they can send you an email. If you have an event or something going on and you want people to learn more, they can learn more. Or if you have an event and you want people to register, they can sign up. If you are an app developer and you want people to download your app, you can change it to use app. Or if you're a gamer, you can have them play a game or visit a group if you have a group. or watch a video or shop on Facebook. That's huge. So you guys, they have all of these different options because they understand that your business has all of these different needs. These are 16. A couple of years ago, maybe there were like 6 or 8, but now they're double the options because they're trying to make it easier for you to have people connect with you on the way that you want them to connect. So I always say the call to action button and the timeline cover should be a very important strategy. This is an example of a different timeline cover that I would use every time I open up membership in my network. And then I always would put an arrow right pointing directly to that call to action button so that they can sign up or learn more. And then I would have it direct right to, because you can have it direct, that button, right to a sales page, sign up page, order now page, whatever you need it to be. So most people aren't utilizing this in that way. But I want to tell you that if you're not, you definitely should. And then a lot of people probably don't know that you can change the look of your homepage. Facebook has different templates that you can use. So this is my good friend Taria, and she does social media Saturdays. And one of the things that I love about Taria's Facebook page is the fact that she will spotlight her social media Saturdays. And when she does social media Saturdays, she goes live on her Facebook page. And then she features those videos on the front page of her Facebook page. Now, can you imagine if you had a strategy where you wanted to, say, have a welcome series and you want to welcome people to their page, and then you tell them, you know what, this is how you can connect with us. And then you tell them, watch the next video. And then you can scroll left to right to watch all of the videos. But let me show you, because there's more than one different kind of template that you can have. So when you log on to your Facebook page, right, your business page, you'll notice on the left side, you have all of these different options on the left navigation menu. So if you press the settings button, and then you go over here to templates and tabs, you'll see here that you can edit the current template that you're using. And Taria has a video template, a video page. I have the same thing, and I have my videos pinned to the top as well. But you can choose from all of these different types of templates for your pages. And for me, one of the things it represents, it recommends is that I use either services or shopping for my page, which is really interesting. But I have it set up as video because I like that video at the top. And I think that that's a great way for you to welcome people to your page. But you see here, there are about 8 different options that you can use. If you're a venue, you can put the hours and locations. If you offer services, you can really display that and show people how they can get in touch. If you offer shopping, you can show your products up at the top of your page. If you're a nonprofit, you can encourage people to donate. If you're a politician, you can communicate your message. If you're a public figure, you can, have a layout for that. If you're a restaurant, there's a layout for that as well. And then there's the standard layout. But that's something that most people don't know, that there's different templates that they can even use for their business page. So if you're not using that, then I encourage you to definitely do it. And then there's Facebook monetization. One of the major goals of Facebook is to build a world where everybody kind of lives there. And, based upon what Mark Zuckerberg is doing, he's being pretty successful. His vision and Amazon's vision they're very interesting. But Mark Zuckerberg wants to build a world, or he will call it community, where everybody is there. and everybody can stay on the platform for a long time. So if you're going to be on the platform and if you're going to be utilizing the platform and you can monetize it, then that is a big win for you. So Facebook has monetization and most people don't even really realize it. So if you go to the same left navigation bar on your page and you go into the Creator Studio, if you click this tab, you can go to monetization. Now for me and my page is currently eligible for article monetization and a few others, but there are quite a few different ways that you can monetize your Facebook page. You can, like for me, I'm monetized for articles. So I can, post some articles and actually have ads inside of those articles. And, as people are viewing those ads, I can end up getting paid for that. But your videos, you can actually have in-stream video ads in your videos. You also can have in-stream ads in your Facebook Lives. If you have a lot of fans, you can actually have subscriptions for your fans. You can do brand collabs and you can have people purchase stars. So that's, so if you're doing a live or something like that, somebody can contribute to your live with stars, and that's kind of something new and that Facebook has. But if you're going to be on the platform and you're a business owner, and honestly, Facebook is benefiting off of you being on the platform. As a business owner, you should attempt to benefit from them as well. So you can monetize your page. Now, for your videos and all of that stuff, I just want to let you know that you can go and look at the monetization, but there are rules. Just like on YouTube, there's a certain number of views that you have to have and a certain number of subscribers that you have to have. It's the same way with Facebook. You have to have a certain number of views and a certain number of subscribers and things like that to get access to open it up to monetization. But you could do paid events on Facebook where people can pay you right directly in Facebook instead of going off the platform. So what they're attempting to do here with all of this is they're attempting to have you bring more people to the platform and keep them on there for a period of time. It's the same thing with YouTube and and a lot of these other platforms. But if you're not utilizing groups, which I hope most of you are for your business, one of the things that you can do is create rooms now and do live group chats in your rooms. So this is something like if you have a group and if one of the ways that you wanted to really begin to monetize and engage in your group, you can begin to have these group video chats. And, that's a great way to engage in your group. You can go in your group and you can create a room and you can begin to have these conversations in your rooms. Like a lot of people are now on Clubhouse and, and they're creating their own, rooms in Clubhouse to have their, their chats. The one thing that I can say about Clubhouse right now is that the information disappears after you finish. So after you finish in a room in Clubhouse, you can't save it. So once you can save the conversations and stuff, I think that it'll be a better platform. But a lot of people are doing very well on Clubhouse, and I think that a big part of it is because first you do it on your phone, and I think that a lot of people like the fact that they don't have to be on camera. So, they build a lot of buzz on Clubhouse and then move people over to a webinar or to, their Instagram page and things like that. But you can have some of the same type of engagement in your groups. So this is another way that you can engage with your ideal customers or your clients, and you can begin to provide value, in a way that will allow them to go deeper into your sales funnel, and also in a way that builds the know, like, and trust factor. Because as most of you know, people like to do business with those that they know, like, and trust. So if you have a pretty good group that you've grown and you want to really begin to engage more with the members, I would encourage you to do video chat with your group so that you can, get to know some of the members of the group. You guys can chat, pick a topic, see what's going on, try it and see what happens over a period of time. If you do decide to implement this as a strategy, one of the things that I would say to definitely do is pick a date and pick a time that you're going to go live in your group and do it consistently, because consistency is key when it comes down to this. And if you're not really doing this on a consistent basis, then you'll probably have a hard time getting people to engage with you. But once you start, try to be consistent and see what happens. Now, this one is big. It's Facebook Shops. So many of you know that if you have Shopify, right? One of the things that you can do, and it's not just Shopify, it's a lot of the e-commerce apps. One of the things that you can do is you can connect your Shopify stores with your Facebook stores. So pretty much, everything that you have in your Shopify store, you can push it over to Facebook, and it could be presented like one of these shops. Now, here's the interesting thing about these shops, right? Everything that you sell doesn't have to be a physical product, because a lot of us have freebies that we give away, something in exchange for a name and an email address, or we have ebooks that we sell. Some of us sell non-physical content like courses. Well, believe it or not, you can set up these things in your Facebook shop. So it's really interesting. And, let's just look into this and sit here a moment, because I think that there is a big opportunity for people that have physical and non-physical products to really begin to connect with Facebook on a higher level. So here on the left-hand side, it says, this is the same left navigation bar on your page, right? And you can come here and click on Manage Shop. And then one of the things that you can do is there's something called an e-commerce manager, where you can go there and you can manage all your products and build collections if you want to. But there are a bunch of options here. You can manage your catalog, customize your shop, view your insights, add products, or go to your commerce manager. So if you click on go to your commerce manager, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get to this area on your Facebook page. And what's going to begin to happen is you'll see that you have the ability to come here, create a catalog, build up your shops. If you want to do any type of promotions or run ads, you can do that. If you want to add items, you can come here and you can add your items, right? And you can build a store right inside of your Facebook page. And then what's also really cool is that you can connect your shop to your Instagram page and, begin to really build and grow your sales on both platforms. So that's really cool. Some of the other things that you'll see that you can do when you have your Facebook shop is you can also bulk add products. So if you have a lot of products that you want to add, there are ways that you can add them all in bulk. So like, say for instance, if you had an Etsy store and you wanted to expand your offering from your Etsy store over to your Facebook shop, you can begin to, you know, download the items from Etsy and upload them onto your Facebook shop, which is really cool. And like I said, you can also connect your shop to your Instagram page, which is really cool. And then, you know, one of the things that you can do is also you can allow your customers to become email subscribers. So it's good. This is like so cool. You know, what I love about it also is the fact that you get really great insights. You can build up a catalog. This could be items, like I said, that are physical items. Maybe you have books that you sell and you want to create a shop to sell your books. Maybe you have courses that you want to sell and you can create your, you know, you can add those to your shop as well. Or if you have physical items like t-shirts, hats, or whatever, you can create a shop, you know, your own store inside of your Facebook page. And I mean, and you know, that's something that's like really cool. And if you're not taking advantage of that, you definitely want to do so. And then there's something called live shopping. Now, this one I think is something that is going to really, you know, intrigue a lot of people. Because one of the things that I see a lot is I see a lot of people going live on their Facebook page and they display a lot of their clothing items. So they'll go live and what they'll do is, you know, they're displaying a lot of their items on, you know, on Facebook, and they're going live and giving you a lot of the details, you know, about the item and things like that. But I don't think that a lot of people know that you can actually take those items that you go live with and you can put them on live shopping. So you can add them to the marketplace and you can have it live in the marketplace. So it's like you're doing a live sale, you know, right there in the Facebook marketplace. And now this is really cool because, you know, like a lot of people just go live on their page when they go live. And, you know, they're selling to the people who have liked their page and they've become fans of their page. But a lot of people don't realize that when they go live, they can also go live in the marketplace where people are looking for items. So, I mean, if you go to the marketplace right now on Facebook and, you know, you can either click this button right here to go to the marketplace from your live feed, you know, from your homepage, and then you'll see this tab here for live shopping. And you'll see that there's a big video here, but then there's a whole bunch of videos down below of people that are selling their products live. And I mean, and this is something that's like super, super cool. And I'm sure a lot of you probably weren't aware that it actually exists. So when you go live on your page, you have the ability to, you know, click on, like, you know, when you go live, there's steps, right? So when you go live, there are these blue dots, these blue lines at the bottom. Once you complete the first step, which is, you know, giving information about your video, your details, and then you go to the second step and it asks you, you know, like, what do you want to use to go live, your camera and all of this stuff. And then you get to the third step, you'll have this screen here, right? And then you'll see this monetization button. And then if you click on it, then the live shopping will pop up. So you can click on the live shopping, and then what will happen is it will ask you to enable live shopping in your live, right? So a couple of things will happen. It'll go live in the marketplace, but also once you enable the live shopping, you can feature one of your products in your shop on your live. So say for instance, you know, because this is what most people do when they go live. You know, they have the items on their website and they go live and they talk about the items, they show the details of the items, and they'll tell people, you know, you can go directly to my store and get this item. But now imagine this, right? And, you know, one person that I work with and I think of a lot is Stoosh Retail. So they're really good. You know, Patrice is really good about going live. And, you know, she displays a lot of different items, you know, that she wants to talk about and feature for that night. But imagine if she took those same items and she put them in her store on her Facebook page. So now she doesn't have to worry about people finding them on her website. If she features the item on her live, right, she can pick items, you know, to feature. And then what's going to happen is when she goes live, you see this tap to view products, this will pop up. And once people tap to view the products, this is what's going to happen. You see here at the bottom of the screen, so most people, I told you, like, this is a phone view. Most people will see it over the phone. People will actually see this. Whatever she's talking about in the live up here, people will, it will actually, the item will pop up and the price, and they can click on it. And the thing is, once they click on it, it'll go directly to where they can buy it, right? So tell me now, I mean, you know, like that's huge, that's big. So live shopping, and I know, because I mean, I see people go live all the time, and I know that they're not using these features that are available for them. So imagine if you're a small business owner. Now imagine if you're a course creator, right? And you're going live and you want people to buy your course. And then when, you know, you tell them just tap the offer, tap the button, and it pops up on the screen and they can go directly to where they can buy it. Now, I mean, you know, you guys tell me right now, you could type in the chat and let me know. I mean, that's big. I mean, you know, I could just imagine a lot of the people that I know that I see go live, I know they're not aware of these features that they can use to really get people to engage with their stuff, right? So everybody is saying agree. Renee says she agrees. Tanya says she agrees. This is like a game changer. You know, in my opinion, like Rosalind said, that's great to know. It's true. In my opinion, like this is a big deal. And I know that a lot of people that are selling products, you know, like imagine my paparazzi girls. Now I love paparazzi jewelry. And one of the things that paparazzi girls are known for is just going live. A lot of jewelry sellers are going live, and then they say, you know, this is number 38. Now imagine that they don't have to say this is number 38 anymore. They can actually put number 38 right there, and they could just say tap the screen and buy it right now. That is a game changer, guys. So I think that, like, for a lot of you that are selling items and really looking to grow your business, and even if you're selling services, like imagine if this was, you know, like a link to one of your links in your products could be, you know, like, I'm going to get into this and you'll see. You can get people to set up appointments directly, you know, right there on Facebook. They don't have to leave. You don't have to drop a link. You don't have to, I mean, you're going to do all of those things anyway, but this is going to be a really, really, really big help. All right. So then there's these apps, and Facebook has quite a bit of apps that you can use. And a lot of people have not connected the apps that they're using in their business to their Facebook pages, which could really be a game changer as well. So, I mean, on your same business page, on this same left navigation bar, you can click on business apps. And then it'll open you up to all of these different apps. Now you hear everybody talking about Acuity Scheduling, Acuity Scheduling. If you're using Acuity Scheduling, or if you're using any one of these appointment schedulers, like Booksy, and even Square has appointments, Schedulicity, and there even is, what is it called? Style Schedule or something like that. Schedulista, My Time, all of these different scheduling apps. If you're a hair salon or a barber and you want people to book with you, you can connect these apps directly to your page and they can begin to book directly from your page. And what's really cool is you can do the same thing on Instagram, and people can, book directly from Instagram. And that's how I know, like today, that's how most people find their hairstylists, is through Instagram. And imagine having like all of these apps directly connected so you can book your appointments. If you're a doctor or a dentist or anyone who schedules appointments, if you are a coach and you do, discovery sessions, you can connect any one of these apps to your page and get that functionality right on your page. Now imagine if you're a restaurant and you use one of these services for people to make reservations. I mean, can you imagine being able to have that right there on your page so that people can begin to use that and make reservations for your restaurants? Or if your e-commerce, like I said, a lot of these e-commerce sites connect directly to Facebook. So you can connect any one of these apps directly to your Facebook account and just make your life a whole lot easier by connecting this to your page so that you can, kind of run your business and everything seamlessly on Facebook. That's really what it's all about. Facebook is really about not necessarily trying to make it work for you, but just trying to have it like run very seamlessly with what you already do. So it's supposed to be about life and, and how you already run your business. You don't want to make it difficult for yourself. You want it to be added value. You want it to complement your business and not compete with your business, and definitely not wear you out and make you tired, right? So basically, I want to ask you guys tonight, can any one of these tools help you grow your business? So I'm going to stop the slide share and I'm just going to ask you guys some questions. You can, talk in the chat, or if you want me to unmute you and raise your hand. We have about like 15 minutes left in the presentation here. And I just want to open it up for some questions. And if you guys, like I said, if you have any questions or comments that you want to add or answer the question, can any one of these help you in your business, and how? And how can you see yourself utilizing this in your business? So you can either raise your hand or, all right, Marsha. So I'm asking you to unmute.
I'm unmuted.
Good.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hi.
Glad to see you here. I know you're always full of good information.
Thank you.
One of the things, and I'm not a big techie, you know that you and I have had this conversation, but one of the things that I did not know was that Facebook scheduling app. I didn't know about that, and connecting that for my discovery calls.
Yep.
So as a coach, I do 15-minute discovery sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Interested or just want to ask questions about the coaching process. And I think I'll add that to my Facebook business page now.
Absolutely. It's definitely something that you can use. And, you know, it's always good to not have to have people go in, you know, all of these different places so that they can connect with you, right? So if you can take your scheduling app, I know a lot of people use Acuity for their discovery calls, or Calendly for their discovery calls. And you know, even if the app is not there available on your page, one of the things that you can do is you can use your call to action button and your timeline cover. Remember how I showed you in the earlier slides, I said, you know, utilize your timeline cover and say, hey, book a call with me, and then have an arrow pointing directly to the call to action button right underneath your timeline picture. And then set it up to go to book now. And then that book now button, you can link that directly to Calendly.
Yeah.
And that will work perfectly.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are you still down in Florida?
No, I'm here in New York for another month and a half. I'll go back for the winter.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Glam said calendar apps are great. Thanks for this. Yes, they are. They are. Tony said valuable information. Good. So any other questions about the information and, you know, definitely how you can use it? And did you see an app? Because I mean, I definitely saw an app. So let's see, Beth said, I learned more in this 45-minute session than I have in a year of looking at YouTubes and everywhere else, trying to learn what I can about how to efficiently use Facebook. Thank you so much. Some of the things I knew of, but didn't know how best to use them. Now I do. And the live shopping, amazing. Will this be available on replay? Because I don't think I got it all. Thank you, Beth, so much. And absolutely, we are recording this, and every single training we've done in a digital marketing series, part 1 and part 2, all 12 videos will be available on the York SBD YouTube channel. And you can go and definitely look at all of them, you know, and just, you know, dissect it bit by bit. And Glamis said, good job, SBDC. You are giving entrepreneurs what they need. Kudos to York SBDC. Yes, thank you guys for that feedback. And I mean, and there's just so much and so many great tools that you can use on Facebook. But like I said, you know, just be careful on the platform. Try to keep it, you know, on your business page and even on your personal page. Just try to like limit the conversation so that you make sure that you are always abiding by the definite rules of engagement on Facebook, because at the end of the day, the artificial intelligence, the bots, are scraping the site because Facebook has come under a lot of pressure for the content. So just be careful what you're promoting and things like that. Make sure you're utilizing their terms of service, because you don't want to get your accounts banned. But also, you know, it doesn't hurt to have 2 Facebook accounts, you know. And I tell you, one of the first things that someone told me when I first started out on Facebook was, make sure you have multiple accounts. And, you know, and if you want to advertise, definitely have 2 accounts, because one is certainly will be shut down at some point because nobody knows what they're doing in the beginning. So you want to know how to find the replays. Oh, you're welcome. And yes, Rosalind says she's truly a green pea. Just got to figure out how to use the stuff. We'll try to go to YouTube and use the information there. Do you provide services for a business that want to promote themselves through social media? You should sign up definitely as a York SBDC client, because they're there to definitely help you with those things. And Gladys said, thank you so much, Tony. So she's interested in using the tools and changing their timeline, and also utilizing a call to action button. It's a game changer. And I mean, I'm really excited about what Facebook has done, you know, as it relates to the call to action button. Because like I said, in the beginning, there were like about 6 things you can do. Now there's 16 things that you can do. Yeah, you can use your call to action button on Facebook and send people, because it's a website link that you can link the call to action button to, and you can send people directly to Calendly from your call to action button on Facebook. So I always want to try to bring you guys practical advice that you can use every day to help you improve and grow on social media. So I'm glad that you got it. And thank you, Brian. Brian dropped the link to the YouTube page for York's Sbdc, and there you can find all of the videos that we've done, all of the replays that we've done. And in total, there will be 12 so far that we've recorded and rendered and uploaded to the YouTube page. So please utilize that. It has some great information there. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm gonna turn it back over to Brian. Thank you guys for the positive feedback, but wait, let me show you the last 2 slides. Let me share my screen one more time. I think I have 2 more slides, and they're basically, make sure to contact York Sbdc for help. You can email them at sbdc@york.cuny.edu or call 718-262-2880. And definitely thank you for attending this workshop. We're always excited to bring you guys great information. So stop the screen share. Let's see. Yeah, so Jeanette said she has a lot of research on Facebook apps, but she needs to get help to run a good ad. Yeah, so definitely contact York Sbdc. Jeanette, I know who you are. You know, you can always reach out to me as well. So definitely, lady, give me a call and I'll be happy to help you with that. Thank you, Beth. Beth said she has to run. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Julia. And Brian, I will turn it over to you now. I think that's it for questions and everything.
Thank you, Tony. Great job. And if we don't have any more questions, then we can go ahead and wrap things up. So thank you, Tony, for presenting today. And thank you, everybody, for attending. We will be sending out emails with instructions on how to sign up as an Sbdc client so that we can continue to help you further. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks again, Tony. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.